So it's the 17th of February. I'm back in the workshop, and I do feel that I owe people an apology really for the time it's taken to get this workshop up and running. It's been far longer than I anticipated, and I know a lot of people have put not just money but faith in this project, and this is probably the lowest I've been, even though we've done actually quite a lot. I'll flip my camera around. So at the moment we've got a kiln, top loading kiln. The furnace combustion chamber is going on the furnace tomorrow, but what we don't have is a gas connection from this point here to that point there. I'm in today with Colin, the electrician. It's a fantastic chap that's going to come. We did actually find out when we broke into the conduit for our new installation that there was no earth wire in it. So we're going to have to do that today and run an earth wire. A little bit of a problem, but it's just something that we have to deal with, and we're getting there. So today we're doing that, we're putting the electrics in, and I'm actually up there. I'm going to put an extraction system in, an extraction unit which I built. So hopefully I'll do a little bit of a post, and tomorrow I'm going to meet with Jackie from Suez. She's going to come over here and we're going to do a little bit of work together, and hopefully we're going to put this combustion chamber onto that furnace and start building it and get moving. Okay, so the first bit of heat in our workshop is going to go now. We've got our stainless steel container here, which is a combustion chamber, and then we've got our ceramic fibre, which is damp. I need to get it dry before I put it on here, the furnace base. I can't just put it on because the furnace base will get wet. So let's light it. I just bought this from China. It's made of butter, I think. It's very cheap and nasty, but it should do the job. Like that. And then of course we've got everything arranged right to full. So it's kind of emulating a burner from a furnace anyway, but this will be a low fire. Let's pop that in. A problem, you know. So I'm not even going to try to completely cover this. I think we'll just leave it open and just leave it like that and get warm. That's given us a rough idea what a kind of standard low fire flame would be. And the burner I've got there, it's an amazing little package burner there. It's got 2 burner settings that you can set. So you've got a low fire that ticks along, you've got a high fire, we'll take it up to its working temperature. When it drops down within say 5 degrees, the high fire comes back on and it flicks back to low. So it's a combination of 2 flames, and between those 2 flames, that then keeps the whole thing to temperature. And there we have it. That'll dry out nicely. I'll relight it, we'll get it running. You can see the steam coming out, can't you? This amount of steam, you wouldn't believe it. I've got to get all of this moisture out before I put it onto the furnace. So a couple of, I don't know, about an hour maybe of doing this should dry it out nicely, and then we can put it together.
This bit here is going to be used in the glory hole, so it's nothing going to waste.
Well, I don't normally show people when I mess up, but I tell you what, I really have messed up. I bought this to actually go over the box and hold it up from the wall. Trouble is, it's not going to fit because there's got a conduit and light fitting just underneath where I'm going to put it, so I can't use it. However, I found a bit of metal up there, little strapping, so I'm going to use that instead. and we'll see if that works. Hi. Hi. Well, I'm actually sitting in a glassmaker's chair. It's not just any glassmaker's chair. It might look rough, but with a bit of cleaning up it'll look lovely. But this chair belonged to the next Dartington glassmaker, who went over to Gibraltar, and it's come back, found its way to TVG, Team Valley Glass Studios, and now it's sitting in my workshop, and I'm honoured to sit in this chair. I want to show you what we've done in the last 2 weekends. We've achieved more, I think, in 3 days than we have in the last 6 months. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to give you a little tour of what we've done. So just kind of whiz around. There's our new trunk in there to the kilns. We've got an extraction fan, top end there. 2 kilns. We've got a larger kiln there and a top loading kiln there, and this is the furnace, which thanks to Jackie from Suez who came over, and my son Jordan who gave me a hand as well, because I couldn't get that on there on my own. That's been packed nice and tightly, as you can see. The burner's sitting at the back, and I've fitted the cast burner block today. I actually 3D printed the central part to try and protect it. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to zoom in here and just let this go right down and see if you can see. Hopefully you've been able to see that it's been cut perfectly, so it protects the end of the metal as it goes in there. So that's just ready to be hooked up. There's our gas main, and there's our fitting. We are literally that far away. What's been holding us up is the gas fitter needs a second stage regulator and a filter. So I'm an ex-gas fitter myself, so I've actually got that here. So there they are. That's the second stage regulator, and the filter's in this box here. So we've got everything we need to do that. Just tidied up the electrics there, just that cable there on the extractor. That's working away fine. And outside, I've fitted a grill so that birds can't get in there and nest while it's off. Just turn that off again. So there's the cleaning station. Nice big sink there to wash the glass and so on. As you go around, and that's that bench. We did have a problem with the trunk in. What we essentially had was the electrics in for the lights and for the plugs, but there was no way enough to be able to cope with these kilns. So there's a new trunk in that was put in today. The square one at the bottom there, right round there, and that carries the larger cables and so on that will handle the kiln. Oh, I've got to show you this. I actually got now a programmer, and I've just put my program in as well. So this is going to act as a leer. If I just sit this program one there, it's going to go on full power to 510, which is annealing temperature, 8 hours, and then come down and stop. Absolutely delighted. If I press that, it'll go on, I think. There you go, our kiln is on. So it's a kiln, but it's been modified and by Colin Smith, who is amazing. So what I've got now is the door. I can just open it quite easily with that, and the kiln goes off. Because now what we've got is a push button down here. And as I close my kiln door, you can see it activates at the bottom there. And when it does, I can just flip that around, and that's my door shut. So we've converted this pottery kiln into a working leer. Of course, the top loader, that's easy enough when that opens up. It has an interlock on it anyway, so that's quite safe. So that's about it, really. You can see we're not far away. I've been saying that for 18 months. I really did think this is going to be a lot quicker. However, we've achieved a tremendous amount. I say we because it's not me. It's me and these amazing people, Andy at the farm, and Gabrielle, of course. We've had help from Team Valley Glass, from Richard Glass. We've had help from all sorts of people. Too many to try and name now, but of course there's all of the people who donated to the original crowdfunder to raise the money to be able to do this. And I'm just going to flip this. Look what we've got. We said we'd have a concrete floor, electric supply and gas supply. And I've got, I think, a lot more than I imagined. It's not running yet. It will be. But I'm absolutely delighted. And I just have to say thank you. Thank you to everybody who've put time in, who've put money. It doesn't matter if it's only a £5 you put in. I really do appreciate it. And so do the other people associated with this project. So I'm going to sign off now. It's really nice to have a newsletter where I've got some news. And I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.